Update!
Good news, guys. I just ordered a bunch of cubes off Cube for You. Almost like every single type. I didn't really order them, but I'm acquiring them, so I'll be doing a bunch of reviews on those soon. And I couldn't do the guitar video this time because this video is really long with the cubing thing, so next time for sure. Anyway, enjoy. Stay tuned and subscribe to this channel, and then check out mine in the link description over there. So that way you can keep updated and you can see the new cube reviews that will be coming out once I get my cubes. Have a good one.
And now your cube tip of the day!
Cube tip of the day! Alright, so today we're going to talk, I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind, I'm pretty sure you can. But today we're going to talk about how to take old worn out DIYs and find out where the problems are, re-smooth them out, wipe away all the gunk, re-silicone them to make them feel brand new and a lot better. So here we go, for all those people who need a good cube for competitions or just to be fast with again. Pull out all your old worn out ones and they could be salvageable. So anyway, here we go. What you're gonna need: some sort of silicone. I probably would have used Jigaloo, but I can't find my can. Anyway, so I'm using CRC, which isn't bad at all. But anyway, you're gonna need a silicone can, a cube. This one needs new stickers. This one is the worn out one. That's a cube that's worn out, and a small file. I usually like to use the ones with the pointy tips on cubes because you can get into tighter spaces that way instead of having just a flat one that goes out. And that's it. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you're going to need to take apart your old cube and then find out what's wrong with it, and we're going to go ahead and do that. Sweet. Alright, if you can see that here, it's hard to get focused. All that right there sticking out, that's what's slowing down the cube. That needs to be filed down. That's worn out cube that got smoothed over and made like a lifted spot, like right here. And stuff like that needs to be filed down. That stuff right there. You can see how it's sticking up right there. It's not gunk, that's the cube being worn into like that jagged spot. Damn camera can't focus. Off. Anyway, so first thing you can do, you might get lucky, and if those little like ridges that formed are there, you might get lucky and those could be gunk. So what you need to do with your towel here is wipe off every piece, kind of like buff it. You kind of have to do it hard to get rid of all the old silicone, little brown spots and whatnot. And then once you're finished with all the pieces, you can move on to the next step. So we'll do that. God damn it, the pizza. This takes forever. Looky here, we found another stray hair. Definitely look out for things like that. I don't know if you've ever had this happen. Let me know in the comments. Do you ever hate when people use your cube and then just completely demolish it in some stupid way, like dropping it in food or something? I had my really good DIY once at this restaurant, and it was for prom, so this really fancy restaurant, and some like transvestite looking dude tried using my cube and he dropped it into his like freaking syrup. That sucked. You know how long it took me to clean that thing? So yeah, if you've ever had a time when someone screwed up your cube and it's a pet peeve to you, post it in the comments, let me know your story. Now we're going to do the core. See, all that nastiness needs to come off. Everywhere.
Mess to the core.
That should be clean. Now it is time for the file. If you could see that right there, that big old chunk, that's plastic that's been shifted over. See that flat spot? That's what happens when your cube gets worn, if you cube a lot with the white DIY. Those ridges and those tops is what we're going to be flattening down. And just for added speed or looseness, we're going to flatten these flat spots a tad bit more. So here we go. Okay, so now we're going to get to this flat spot here. And we're just going to take the file and we're just going to go over it very lightly. Just till that ridge is knocked down. See, one's already knocked down now. See, it's all nice and flat. You should get this instantly on your file. Just wipe it off on your towel, just like that, and it should be clean. enough to keep working. And then basically you're just gonna file the rest of those ridges down. And then just go ahead and do that on all the rest of them. As you can see, that one needs a lot of work. And so I'm gonna go ahead and finish that. This is how I'm doing it. Just putting it on here, pushing forward while turning the cube to get to those ridges. And then when I get to this little curved spot, I just use the tip. And that's basically it. All the ridges are gone that quick. And that's what it looks like smoothed out. Now if you notice the core, they have these like ridges here also. Well, I don't know if that will help. I'm sure knocking it down, won't make it any slower. So it's worth a shot just getting rid of those also. There's a little knockdown right there. Nice and smoothed out, rounded. Looks a little better. After you're done with that, go ahead and just wipe all your core pieces down. Get rid of all that gunk that you just made by filing. Now on the corner pieces, you're going to have these edges that are really like sharp. Not really sharp, but you know what I mean, not rounded. Just go ahead and file them down until these are nice and smooth or more smooth. And then on the edge pieces, knock down things like this, like these little ridges right here. That I see, I couldn't even push my file over. Smooth that out. And on the edges, these pieces right here on top, you're gonna want to cut these down, because that's also what slows down the cube. Also, you're going to want to file it down just like that, make it nice and round compared to that pointing inch right here. Sorry, I got a text message. But you're going to want to round it off instead of having it pointing like that. So go ahead and do that to each edge piece and corner piece, and then we'll be set. As you can see, takes getting used to learning how to round it without making a bunch of marks, but as you can see, this one's a lot more rounder compared to the sharp edge where you can see the shadow on. And like that, see how there's a lot less of a shadow difference? That's what you want on all of these pieces, nice and round. This is the difference. This edge right here with that big old line used to be this one right here. See how smooth that is? That's what you're going to want on all your edges. Another thing you could do is round these edges a little bit more so they're not so pointy, and that also helps. See all this? That's what slow cube looks like. And here's the fun part. You gotta wipe it all down again. So wipe all the pieces down. Next, you go outside, because you don't want to spray this inside because it has cancerous causing chemicals in here. Anyway, it's not safe to do it indoors. Even though I usually do it, in my closet, all closed, just in one little small space with the windows closed. You should probably go outside. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, definitely spray this stuff outside. Basically, just like Frost's old tutorial, you're gonna want to orient the pieces. Just one spray should be good if you get a good coverage, a good pass. Trying to get it without the sun. Here we go. There we go. Shake it good. And just let that dry, and then you're going to turn the pieces, and then we'll do the other sides. But after that's done, you can go ahead and put your cube together and test it out. Tsunami. You can already feel the huge difference in how it turns. So go ahead and do that. Perfect. So now that you're done, you could look at that huge difference. Oh, I should have gotten it before, but I didn't. It's ridiculously different. Let's try again. Another reason why I didn't just simply adjust it looser so that it would turn smoother is because I have this one set to that perfect tension where I could literally pull it really, really crazy, get some crazy twists in there, and it doesn't pop. And I didn't want to lose that. I didn't want to reset the tension. That would take a lot longer than just doing all the work that I did. All the work that I did filing it, did quick files, rounding edges. It took about like 20 so minutes, roughly 20 minutes. And then the lubing time, which CRC I didn't really have to let dry at all outside because I sprayed it and it almost dried instantly because it was outside. So basically just sprayed, wait a couple seconds, and then turn, spray the other side. Excuse me. And then the corners are done in one spray because you get all three at once, and then you just put it together, and it's literally like a huge difference in how fast this cube turns. So there you go. That's how you fix a DIY. I'm hoping that helps you guys, and I'm hoping that it will revive some of your cubes. Anyway, have a good one.